Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you the final checkout video of a Elephant telephone. This is a brass telephone, and this is Cheryl's telephone from California. And Cheryl had sent this telephone in, and basically in the initial checkout video we showed that she wanted, she has a couple of cords here. She had a handset cord, which is the curly cord, and then she had a line cord that she wanted replaced. So basically they were replaced. And we have our old cords right here, and you can see that the new ones look much better. So that was a good idea to replace the cords. These could have been cleaned up probably, but the newer ones look a lot better. So anyway, there was a lot of issues with this telephone. There was no dial tone. There was some issues with the network, and it would not dial out. So we went through the telephone and troubleshooted it, and basically I wanted to show you this dial. That's why I have the Elephant sitting this way, and because it's a very unique telephone. But here's our dial here, and we had to go into the dial and clean everything and reset the points and just kind of adjust everything and oil it and clean it inside. We also tightened the ball that the rotary sits in. It was all loose. So what I'm going to do is I've got the cords coming out this way so that they, so you can view them on the video. And the handset here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove, I want to be able to get this all in there, I want to remove the screw that we have for the saddle. And I want to show you what we did here a little bit. We went through this PC board here, and we also went through the hook switch and cleaned everything, but we definitely went through the main PC board and resoldered everything and redid a bunch of connections and repaired some connections. I also, when I installed the new cords, I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to be able to give them the option of being able to plug a new line cord in at any time. So what I did was, after we put all of our wires on for all these connections, we hot glued the bottom of the board so that our wires are not flopping around and come off. But I wanted to give Cheryl the option to be able to plug a modular line cord in or a handset cord in at any time. So I wanted to make sure that she had a modular port here. And then the same thing on the handset. I went ahead and installed a modular port for the handset. That way, if she ever replaces the handset cord, there's, she doesn't have to do anything but just simply plug it in and make sure that it's secure so it doesn't come out of the Elephant or pull on this too tight. We also had to go through the bell, and we took that apart and cleaned it and got it working and repaired the bell circuit. So we basically just had to go kind of through everything. And so now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ring the telephone. Let that go a couple times. Okay, I'm going to give you some dial tone. And I'm going to go ahead and set this unit that has the saddle and the main PC board and everything back onto the Elephant, just so that it is not falling around. And we're going to do some final checks here. And we'll move the Elephant over a little so that we can see the analyzer. I'll give you some dial tone here. and we're going to go ahead and dial our numbers. I'm going to end in a 2. I'm going to do that one more time. Hang up the telephone. Give you some dial tone. Dial our numbers. I'm going to end in a 2. And so now what I want to do is I want to talk into the handset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every time you see this red indicator light on the analyzer, that's 100% modulation. So that's an indication of 100% transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So another thing that we had to do, since she had sent in a modular handset cord, is you can see this is a hardwired situation. So basically what we had to do is we had to cut off the modular plug and take it in as a hard line, and that worked out real well. We made all of our connections inside the horn here, and everything worked out really well, and we were able to stabilize our handset cord inside so that it's nice and tight. So that all worked out real well. Some of these did have a little modular plug on the end of them or on the side of them, but this one does not, and it's a hardwired situation. So basically it all worked out, and this is our handset here, and we tightened up the handset a little bit and got that all going. The only other thing that you might get out of this handset, if you're ever on the phone and you hear a little bit of a static sensation, you know, a lot of people will equate that with a line cord or a handset cord. In this case, this has an old transmitter, the T1s like this, and what happens is they have the graphite crystals inside of them, and for the most part, they will straighten out. You can shake them, or people would kind of hit the, you know, the handset with their hand, or they would kind of blow into it to get these graphite crystals in these old transmitters straightened out and kind of calmed down, if you want to say it that way. Because basically, what they do is they bounce around on a diaphragm in here, and they kind of like a drum, and the electric that goes through these, the static sensation of the electric basically makes them sizzle a little bit. So sometimes you'll get a little bit of and you know, it's a very common thing. Some of these are very quiet, but they're getting to the age now where they're getting noisy, or, you know, if they've been around for a long time, they can get noisy. But you know, if you're ever on the phone and you hear a little static sensation out of the receiver, basically it's going to be the T1. And you can, some people will shake the handset sometimes. This one I wouldn't suggest hitting on your hand, because it's, you know, it's got the horn on it. You probably, you know, would break it off. But some people blow in them or they tap them. But it's, you know, it would just be a slight sensation of static, and it's because of these old T1 transmitters. Now, these are available. You can find them, but most of them will be used. Sometimes you can get new old stock, but I don't think that this one's bad enough to really be replaced at this point, so I think you'll probably be okay. So we're going to go ahead and leave it in, and I think it should be all right. Most people can deal with it. It's not that, you know, it's not that much of a sensation. But you know, a lot of people will equate that with a handset cord or a line cord or something going on with a telephone, and a lot of times it'll be the transmitter. So if you have any problems now, it'll be the transmitter. Everything else is new or newly connected. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take the line cord and move it over to a regular telephone line and give you some dial tone. I'm going to call a time and temp number.
Good morning. Ford. Drive one and you'll know at Offenburg Ford Belleville and O'Fallon. Today is Friday, August 26th. The time is 1:03. Current temperature 80 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area. Clear tonight, lows around 60. Sunny skies on Friday, highs in the mid-80s.
Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to hang up, give you some dial tone. I'm going to call my number, and it'll be busy. Okay, now let's do this. Let's dial a Walmart number here.
Thank you for calling Walmart. Thank you for calling Belleville Walmart Service Center. How can I direct your call?
Yeah, how late are you guys open?
Sir, we open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Oh, that's nice. Well, I appreciate that. You've been a lot of help. Thank you.
Anytime. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye now. Okay, so now we know Walmart's open 24 hours a day. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to dial time and temp one more time. Since that was one of the issues, it didn't have any dial tone or any dialing.
Good morning. Ford, drive one and you'll know. At Offenburg Ford in Belleville and O'Fallon. Today is Friday, August 26th. The time is 1:05. Current temperature 79 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area. Clear tonight, lows around 60. Sunny skies on Friday, highs in the mid-80s.
Okay, so this makes for a really cool brass elephant telephone, and Cheryl will be happy to get this telephone back in working condition, and it's a really cool telephone, and it's a very heavy telephone that's all brass, and you know, anybody would like to have this telephone. It's a nice conversation piece, and it's just a great telephone. And everything should be fine now with the telephone. Everything's been gone through and repaired. And other than, you know, if you ever hear any little sizzling from the T1, that's not a big issue. You can get these. They're out there. But, you know, I don't think the one that's on it is that bad. And so I think you'll probably be okay. But it was, you know, a nice added feature to it that we got the cords on it and the line cord. Cheryl didn't actually have to send them in. We do carry all that kind of stuff, but she decided to send them in, and it was a good thing because while we were repairing it, we were able to get the cords on, and especially this one here on the handset, because it's a hardwired situation. And now when she goes to replace cords in the future, all she has to do is remove the saddle and she can unplug and plug in a new cord, and that's all she'll have to do. Before she couldn't do that. And well, you can make the connections in here too, but at least the line cord will be very simple to repair. It can, you know, just be replaced. But you know, it's just a cool telephone, and you know, we've had another one of these in the shop before. I've worked on several through the years, but you don't see them very often. They're pretty rare, and every once in a great while you will, you know, you will see one, but they're just not that many of them out there. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. This is the final checkout video of Cheryl's telephone from California. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.